Amidst the strict and highly limited military obligations, BTS's Jungkook's act of publicly congratulating and praising BTS's Jin has drawn extraordinary attention. Through a post believed to have been made during a private moment amid military training, Jungkook utilized his narrow window of communication to pay tribute to his group mate for his outstanding achievements in his solo career. The question is, why did such a simple act trigger such an explosion of emotions and interpretations? BTS's Jin recently returned to the public stage with a significant victory at an international awards event. He received a trophy for his solo career achievements, delivering a powerful and emotional speech before the global public. This moment quickly became the focus of media attention. However, the spotlight shifted when a comment appeared on the official account that uploaded a clip of Jin's speech, a comment from Jungkook. With a tone full of pride, Jungkook wrote a short yet meaningful message, referring to Jin as a true role model and living proof that hard work never betrays. This greeting did not come from an ordinary public figure. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, is currently serving in the military, a phase that demands extreme discipline and heavily limits social media interaction. In this context, the presence of that comment indicates two things. First, that Jungkook deliberately took the time to compose and send the message. Second, that the personal bond between BTS members not only endures, but grows stronger despite being physically and professionally separated. For the global fan community, especially ARMY, this response is considered not merely an act of support. It is a symbol that illustrates that BTS's integrity as a unit remains intact, even though each of its members is currently walking a different path. Many fans claim that Jungkook's action has revived optimism about the group's future while reinforcing the narrative of solidarity that has long been the foundation of BTS's journey. And the highly competitive world of K-pop, praise from fellow artists is often calculated and strategic. However, in this case, Jungkook's message felt different. He did not use promotional language, nor did he reference the achievement from a commercial perspective, but instead focused on personal admiration for Jin's work ethic and consistency. The comment is seen as a manifestation of honesty, born of sincere admiration that transcends stage, schedule, or business contracts. The circulating image shows Jungkook in a dim setting, wearing a black shirt and beanie with a backdrop of dark curtains, suspected to be taken from his military resting room. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jin stands confidently at the award podium, holding a trophy and speaking with a firm expression. Two different worlds, yet united by one common element: profound respect for each other. Between the two portraits, the screenshot of Jungkook's comment becomes an emotional bridge that stirs many hearts. Indirectly, this action reopens the discussion on how artists undergoing military service can still maintain limited presence and communication. In Jungkook's case, his success in delivering a public message, even in brief form, becomes an example of how loyalty and personal expression can still be conveyed elegantly amid systemic constraints. Furthermore, observers see this interaction as reflecting the unique dynamics within BTS, where respect does not flow only one way from junior to senior but occurs reciprocally and authentically. Jin, as the eldest member, had also previously expressed support for Jungkook's solo ventures, including through interviews and live broadcasts before both enlisted in the military. This phenomenon once again affirms that BTS's presence does not depend solely on their physical presence together on stage. Even when separated by national duties, like now, the narratives of brotherhood, appreciation, and commitment to each other remain intact. And in such a high-pressure environment as the military, one sentence from Jungkook brings warmth and symbolic power greater than an ordinary message. Now, the public faces an important question again. Will this form of support become a new habit among BTS members during their military service? Or is this a one-time symbolic act that marks something bigger behind the scenes? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The voice of Jungkook for Jin has resonated across the globe, even from within the military silence. The phenomenon involving the virtual interaction between Jungkook and Jin BTS, now viral on various social media, has indeed created a wave of strong emotions among fans. However, behind the emerging euphoria, we must ask one fundamental question. Are we witnessing a real, authentic moment, or merely a narrative deliberately crafted to create emotional impact and sustain media relevance? The screenshot of Jungkook's congratulatory comment to Jin has been widely circulated on platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Twitter. However, to this day, there has been no official confirmation from Big Hit Music or BTS's official communication channels regarding the validity of the post. This raises questions. Where did the post originate? Was it truly written by Jungkook from inside a military barracks? Or is it merely digital manipulation designed to evoke public sympathy? It should be noted that currently, all BTS members undergoing military service are subject to very strict communication regulations. Access to public social media platforms is extremely limited, and usually, official statements are only delivered through agency-approved channels. Therefore, it becomes very important to question, how could Jungkook post a comment on public social media under military supervision? Does the South Korean military system really allow such access? Or is there a communication loophole unknown to the general public? Skepticism is urgently needed in addressing such phenomena, especially in this digital era where visual and textual manipulation can occur in seconds. Screenshots can be faked, comments can be fabricated, and videos can be edited in such a way that they appear convincing. Thus, the public must ask, are we as information consumers truly diligent in verifying data? Or are we merely following emotional currents without investigating the origin of the content objectively? It is undeniable that the narrative, Jungkook congratulating Jin, sounds very heroic and touching. But precisely because of its strong emotional effect, we must be even more alert. Sensations like this greatly benefit various parties, from social media accounts seeking clicks and views, to digital media racing to spread breaking news without credible sources. Therefore, one thing must be asked reflectively. Are we being given facts, or are we being played by the needs of algorithms and digital content monetization? Furthermore, critical reflection must also be directed at the media outlets that disseminate this information. Some use bombastic headlines like Jungkook cries in barracks for Jin or final military message for Jin BTS, without video evidence or direct clarification from primary sources. The question is, do the media still uphold the principles of verification and accuracy, or have they become illusion factories for clicks and traffic? We acknowledge that in writing this article, some information was obtained from widely circulated social media sources. However, we also admit that the validity of the content still needs further verification. Therefore, we do not claim absolute truth in every statement that has circulated. Instead, we invite readers to think logically, skeptically, and analytically. Don't be easily swept away, especially if the news seems too perfect to be true. For that, several critical questions must be asked again to the public. Did Jungkook really have access to public accounts while serving in the military? Why did the comment not appear on official platforms, but only spread in viral screenshot form? Is there any verifiable original digital trace? Or is all information circulating only in secondary circles and fanbase accounts? Why hasn't a single agency or official channel issued a supporting statement regarding this incident? In an era where content can be produced, faked, and spread within minutes, it is crucial that we do not remain passive information consumers. We must be active readers, analytical, and ready to question anything, including this article. Does this article really present factual events? Or is this article itself just part of a discourse constructed by media to continuously drive engagement? In conclusion, the story of Jungkook congratulating Jin BTS is certainly moving and beautiful to believe. But truth is not determined by how emotional the narrative is. It is determined by how valid the sources and data are. So before drawing conclusions and spreading information further, let's take one step back, observe from a broader perspective, and ask, is this real or just a very sophisticated illusion? Thank you for reading. Stay smart, skeptical, and reflective as readers.